And you grew up in India, you lived through droughts, water was scarce. How has that experience shaped your feelings about the urgency of stopping climate change?
I grew up in Chennai, India, and a big part of my childhood was, really pretty severe water scarcity. We would get water trucked in for the streets and stand in lines and carry a few buckets of water home. There was no running water for many years. And, but fast forward a few years ago, Chennai had 1 in 100 year flood, which was a very extreme event, kind of drove home. That combined with a few years ago, waking up to the orange skies here in the Bay Area, seeing the look of concern on my children's faces and having to explain it, all kind of drove home in a deeply personal way for me. So I think it's the most defining issue we all face, and definitely something very motivated on working towards.
I remember waking up to those orange skies too and having to have that same conversation with my kids. Do you think the commitments at COP26 went far enough?
I'm encouraged by many things. We have to tip our hat to the people who are working super hard. The issues and the trade-offs are genuinely difficult. You have to keep the economies growing. It really matters. But at the same time, it's a pretty severe, urgent issue. So I'm encouraged by the progress. I think it builds on the Paris Agreement, so I can see the forward progress. There is the deep anxiety that it all may not be enough, but we have to be optimistic and keep pushing. So in that context, I think COP26 does represent significant progress too.
Google has set some aggressive targets to run entirely on clean energy, to be the first tech giant to do so 24 hours a day. How confident are you that when you look back on this time, let's say a decade from now, you'll be able to say Google did enough to help save the world?
We are putting so much energy and resource into it. It's always been kind of a founding value for us. We've been carbon neutral since 2007. We've been matching our energy consumption with renewable energy over the past few years. So this, we are now pushing, it's a moonshot, to be 24/7 carbon free. That means every search you do, every email you send, that we can do it carbon free. We are now at we were at 61% in 2019. The number is now 67%. We have set our goals to be 100% by 2030. And to do it globally, that means we have to solve new things which we haven't done before. Wind and solar alone won't be enough. We just started geothermal in Nevada. We will be investing in newer technologies, including carbon capture, et cetera, over time. So that's what excites me. We are a technology company at heart. So there are many answers to this problem. Some of it is that we are going to have to innovate our way out of it. And we want to push as hard as possible in doing that. We also have billions of users using our products. So I won't underestimate the ability to catalyze change that way. So when you search for flights on Google, giving you a choice to choose to see carbon footprint of your choice, or in Maps, giving you choice of routes, all of that can make a difference as well. So very excited by what we're doing.